morning, the YouTubes, afternoon, night, wherever it is for you guys. Today, I'm going to be doing a bit of a custom exhaust job. So on the K24 CRV, it goes like 2 1/4 from the headers, and then 2 1/4 to the cat. But then from the cat to the resi, they've dropped it right down to like 1 1/4. And then after the resonator, it goes back to 2 1/4 out to my little custom tip that I've made, which is 2 1/4 as well. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna make that 2 1/4, 1 1/4 bit, a bit of 2 1/4. So yesterday I went to my local exhaust shop and I got 800ml of 2 1/4, and I'm just gonna put her up on my car ramps, there. Reverse it up onto them, pull down the hangers and whatnot, undo it, pull that off, and then I'll chop the exhaust flush with the back of the cat, and then flush with the front of the resi, and I'll weld it all together. So enjoy that video, guys. It's a nice simple one. So I got her up on the ramps, and you'll see what I'm saying here. It goes from, see how it goes all the way up here? It goes from like 2 1/4, and then here it just drops right down, and then back here it's bigger again. So I'm gonna sort that bad boy out. Should be pretty straightforward. So first things first is undo those 3 bolts there, and then I'll undo those 2 bolts there, and then undo the 2 exhaust hangers there, and we'll pull this whole piece out. And then what I'll do is I'll cut it flush with the back of the resi, because that's the resonator, and then I will cut it flush with the flange on the cat there, and yeah, we'll just do a bit of welding. A real straightforward one today, like really straightforward. Should only take me an hour or so, but yeah, we'll get to that, eh? So these ones here at the back are 13mm. So get yourself a hex head 13mm and a ratchet. I'm going to shut this bad boy on. As you undo. Try not to use multi-points. Just use a good old hex head, guys. It's the best way to do an exhaust system. They're like rusty, shitty bolts, so save stripping them. Put your nuts under the ramp there so you don't lose them. Not them nuts, you bloody wallies. Get your head out of the gutter. I love these setups. They're gangster. Now, we'll go up this end here, and we'll do the ones on the back of the cat there. They're 14 mil. Okay, apparently they're really, really tight. I'm gonna get a booger, watch it. Ooga booga! Hello. Not even the impact driver wants to undo them. What is going on here? Right, I missed the tight bolts. We'll get the breaker bar on here then. This needed a bit of breaker bar action, guys. Now we should be able to swap it back to the impact driver. I'll put it over here so you can kind of see what's going on with it. They're out. Now that will separate. This should all drop down. And like so. We just got that one little exhaust hanger at the back. Like so. Now we have exhaust pipe in hands. We'll take her out. Bring her over to the shed. So I've got my new butte, mild steel aluminum oxide, bit of 2 1/4 to replace this bit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure flush from the back of the resi here to flush on the flange here, get an overall measurement of exactly that, and then once I've done that I can cut these. I can cut this piece to the exact size that we need it, and then we can just weld her on. It should be pretty straightforward. The only thing I might have to use a bit of a drum sanding bit on this bit here once I cut it off, same as on this here, just to flush her up a bit nicely. And then once that's done, I'll tack this bit here in pretty well the same spot. So we've still got our U-Butte exhaust hangers. So I'll get a measurement from there to there, like from the back of the resi to the flange, and then I'll get a measurement from the back of the resi to the exhaust hanger, and I'll write them 2 things down. Something I learned a long time ago, always use, when you're doing a job, always use the same measuring tape. Don't use your other measuring tapes that you've got, and if you've got another measuring tapes laying around, you know, because they all move. See how this moves just the tiniest little bit? Hold on 1 second, I'll try and get you in a better position so you can see exactly what I'm trying to say. See how that moves? Some tape measures move more than others. So your 0 is not always 0. So be careful. So I'll get these measurements now, write them down. So I'm pretty lucky. I got myself a drop saw with a Diablo blade on it, which cuts anything. So we'll just quickly chop this nice and square. Like so. Can you guys see that? Yep. Now over in this little corner of the shed, got myself a little bench grinder. So I'll clean up these ends a bit. little wally wally here. Give myself a bit of a, get rid of that aluminum oxide a bit. Like that, so we got a nice little spot to weld. Like that. Beautiful, that's that piece done. So now I'm just going to get my angle grinder and cut those bits off there, but I'll put you on hyperlapse for that. Okay. My goddamn camera died, so nobody got to see me cut the exhaust pipe with the angle grinder. Sorry guys. We got this little flangey bit here, so I'll just clean that up a bit with the file, like so. Now this little bit on the resi, I'll try and cut that as flush as possible. It was a bit hard before with the angle grinder, but I should be able to do a bit of better job now that the exhaust pipe is gonskis. So, probably didn't see that, but yeah. I'll get to that now. I'll put you on lapsies again. I'll just get my file again. Give this all a bit of a fight. There should be a little bit of a ring in here actually that we probably be able to remove that, yeah. Probably shouldn't be using a file for that yet, dickhead. That little bit of a ring there. And file. Oh, beautiful. Now we'll test fit the new piece. See how that goes on. Boom. She fits like a glove. That's perfect. That new piece fits over that perfectly. So I'm just going to quickly take this over to my bench grinder and just flatten that down a little bit. Alright, so I lied. I'm just going to use a grinding wheel and just flatten it down and then clean up the edge a little bit there so I can get a weld on it. So I'll do that. Probably won't be able to see me do this bit, there's nowhere to put my camera. So I'll just get to that and I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, boy. So now I got that bit there cleaned up fairly good. At least I'll be able to weld. Doesn't have all this bloody shit on it so it won't weld. So now I'll set my welder up and I'll weld all that bit of straight pipe onto here, and then I'll go put it under the car and put the flange on the cat, like on the back of the cat, and then give myself a little couple of paint marks, 2 different colours, a pink and a black one. So, you know, pink one here and a black one over here or something, so then I know exactly what way my flange has got to go, because, you know, she's not round, so we've got to make sure we get that bit right. So then, yeah, that's pretty much fucking it, eh? Like, it's pretty straightforward. The exhaust shop was going to cost me charge me $800 for it, guys. Jeez, I don't know why. It's a bit sweaty, but it's not hard. It's only because it's meant to be 32 out here today. Summer's coming back. So now what I'm doing is just making sure that this is level. So I've got a square with a level in it, built-in level, holding it on. Like so. that. Get it in a little jammy spot. Check it again. That's level. That's level. So now I'll chuck a few tacks on there, right? I got myself a Weld Force welder. It was about, I think it was about 1,200 bucks. But back in the day when I first started welding, I got myself a second-hand welder from the from like a garage sale or something. I think I paid like 40 bucks for it. Oh my god, there's a difference. That was only a MIG stick. This one here is a TIG MIG stick and gasless too. So she's a beauty. I'll show you quickly. So down there, little Weld Force. And that was the other thing about my old welder too. You had little like just switches, like a switch on and off sort of switches, but it was like low, medium, and then up the top was medium, high. So you couldn't like dial in the watts and the amperages perfectly good like you can with this. This one here I can dial it in real good. I always like to gun out, like shoot out a bit of wire and cut off the old shit, so we've got some nice fresh wire. It's not rusty. Just double check that that's nice and square still. Pretty bloody close. Perfect. You beaut. Alright. Now we'll just get to welding. Oh wait, Jesus, mate. I'm by all means not the greatest welder in the world, but one thing I do know is they don't break. They don't look the greatest, but they sure as shit don't break. And by the time I get to the end, I start to do a bit better as well. Not too bad. Dang it, I just bloody forgot to show you the most important part. But, you ready for this? Boom. She's back in. Oh yeah. Now we're 2 1/4 Aussie West through. Maybe we're not. Maybe that's still 1 1/4. Oh well, on the next video we'll do that little bit there too. And that little bit there. Yeah. At least it's opened up from the cat to the resi now, so we got little bit more flow, just a little bit more flow. Maybe that's why he said $800, because of these little bendy bits here. But that's alright. I can easily do the bendy bits, mate. Easy peasy. Hello, my friends. So I was gonna chop it there, and chop it there, and then just put a pipe in between that. Where the fuck did that elbow come from? Alright. Cheers for watching, guys. And I'll catch you on the next one.